So recently I got this book called The Falling Action by Kai Davis. And I recently discovered Kai Davis and I thought she was amazing, so I just want to read a couple of the pieces to you guys. Here's the first one I want to read. A running list of wrongs. 1. Your lips are way too soft to kiss. I use my teeth. Sometimes I feel your skin shred in my mouth. Sometimes I think that's the only reason why you're here. 2. You and the soft-lipped girl have shared the same sheets. For that, I'm sorry, but not enough to change the linens for you. 3. You texted me saying that you missed the way I smell. I missed the way you left. 4. I don't know your last name. Okay, the next one, short, simple, sweet. It's called Please No. Please don't fall in love with me. I'm not ready yet. Pretty much describes my life. Now this last one's a little long, but I like it because it's kind of relatable for all of us. I don't know how many steps there are to recovery. That's the title. This has been the process so far. Step 1. I tried to replace her with sex. I'm running out of things to feel. I invited a girl to share my skin and mouth. I wore her on my fingers for a week. This girl was firm and terse in everything she wasn't. The same week there was another. She tasted like vodka and cigarettes and mistakes. She had a disdain for silence and asked too many questions I wasn't prepared to answer. So I had her do me to sleep, then blessed my room with the frankincense once she was gone. She left a hole in my mattress. Step 2. I got my nose pierced. Next is a tattoo. I'm trying to not look like the same version of me that's always been making this, that always makes mistakes. I'm trying to scar myself into feeling. I'm running out of things to feel. Step 3 was a blur. I think it involved not crying about losing her. She's a shadow in disguise as she's a shadow disguised as a stain. Each time I try to rub her off, she makes her way back onto my hands. She's all over my hands. She came out of the blue one day and said, I'm joining the army. I love you, but we can no longer speak. She said it hurts too much to know me. I wanted to say, not as much as it hurts to share a bed with a girl who looks nothing like you. But what I said was, I love you too. She said it hurts too much, but not more than war and tear gash and sharp nail. I'm afraid the shadow on my hands will become a red stain. Step 4 was just me lying on my back, imagining her, in uniform, with a loaded gun pointing to the sky. God has nothing to do with us anymore. If she ever kills a man in combat, I'm sure she'll think of me. I'm still a wound beneath her breast. Last time, I was the one with the gun. Last time, my fingers slipped. Last time, I ended up on the ground from the recoil. Step 5 wasn't even a step. It's just something that eats at my freedom like a prison sentence. I've ruined a girl who thought she couldn't be ruined any more than any more than she already has. This is who I am now. There are more girls to ruin. I have to ruin. I have to ruin. I have to run. Step 6 looked a lot like meditation, but it was really just me, high as fuck, wandering through dreams, hoping something as soft as smoke can swallow me whole. Where are the holes? I wish everything was a hole. I'm trying to bury myself alive. I'm decaying. Shadows can reek if they're on the inside of you, and this blackness is starting to stink. Step 7. I love you is a series of words that fall from mouth like rotting teeth, hard and useless and dying. Step 7. I cringe at the phrase now. How can something so tangible dissipate like a whisper in the crowded room and still manage to rip itself from your throat like a bullet? Step 7. We are riddled with exit wounds. Step 7. I am riddled with exit wounds. I have no clue where this bullet came from. I'm convinced that we forgot these bullets inside of ourselves. I'm convinced that we aren't God enough to handle our own lead. Step 8 is a lesson. Not learned, but burned. There's no such thing as recovery. Everything is a war. War is a hole. Holes are dark and empty, so there's never anything to feel. But God, I keep fucking trying. Okay, this one is pretty good. This next one is called You're Perfect, I'm an Idiot. Hearing you cry over the phone did not provide the satisfaction I wanted. I guess I thought One day she'll break down for me, open herself for me, bear enough for me, and that day I will love her, as if I needed to pound you to dust before I could breathe you into my chest. You make me feel stupid. You keep teaching me things I wasn't supposed to learn. Let me find the next one. I like this one. You guys might not, but I do. A sighing poem. Girls like you don't need saving. Girls like you are lighthouses, beckoning to shore, pot on the stove, coconut oil on palm, rolling across roots. Girls like you get accents when they're mad, curse with their necks, roll eyes all white. Girls like you keep, always keep. Girls like you don't need this poem. Girls like you ask anyway. This next one, I think we all can feel. Wednesday, April 2nd, 12:50 a.m. Babe. Babe. Do you love me? You sure? Okay. Why? Just checking. I like that one a lot. Oh, this one is, I've been reading this one all morning. The worst part. My chest has become a burial plot. I dig myself ghost every night, wake up at 5 a.m. like, why? And still, then I drag myself back to sleep. At midday, I laugh, then laugh, muster sunshine, golden happy, I'm always lying. Calendar marked with dates, 1, 2, 3, 4, too many days to stumble through. But what would my mom say? I'd say, I'm sorry. She'd hug my shadow. Everything is heavy. That one is pretty good. That, I think, is the last one. I mean, there are a lot in here that are, like, really good, but not relatable to you guys, my Smith girls. Oh, this one. Advice. Never trust people who are uncomfortable in silence. What are you running from? This one's last one, swear to God. You think I'm playing. Right before I die, I will tell my loved ones to place my body parts in the beds of my enemies. So that is the last one, you guys. Alright, love you.